Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Nexus Division matchup. On the left-hand side, we have, what is the name of this team again? For some reason, we need paragraphs for our team names. Easy Blue and the Swarm, with a Falstead, Sonya, Vala, Rhaegar, and Diablo. On the right-hand side, it's Boogans Forever, with a simple name, with a Stukov, Greymane, Chromie, Dahaka, and Muradin. I know some of these players.
5, 4.
I know some of these players.
2, 1.
Well, we got Q build Falstead. We've got a W build on our Sonya. Vala holding level 1. I'm assuming she's going to go into Creed of the Hunter. Could go multi-shot, but I doubt it. It's like maybe you could go multi-shot on this map for the wave clear since... Well, no, you got Q build Falstead. Never mind, you don't need it. Chromie sets up a time trap. We'll be going ahead and having Dahaka over in top lane with the Tissue Regeneration level 1. Time Walker's Pursuit on the Chromie, which gives a paragraph of different things that you can utilize. So you get 10% spell power, reducing arming time for your traps by 0.75 seconds. And if you can reveal an area for 4 seconds, and if you reveal an enemy hero, you reveal them for 4 extra seconds. So the area goes away, but you can see that red dot reticle over a few enemies for 4 more seconds. Muradin Dwarf tosses in, lands the Stormbolt. Vala is going to be getting cleansed by the Rhaegar, but it doesn't matter. First blood over to the right-hand side of Boogans Forever, aka the BFG 3000s. It's just a thing to think about, Boogans. You could have your ticker name be a Doom weapon, and who doesn't want to be a Doom weapon? Speaking of, Doom Dark Ages looks amazing. 1 stack on our Q build Falstead, 0 stacks for Vala. She did get picked off. She did get picked off at the beginning, and so she's down to 20% bonus attack speed, losing 1 stack of the Gambit. Yeah, BFG 3000. Boogans Forever Group 3000. As I said, like, you get to, if I'm not unless NGS has changed the rules, I believe you can choose your ticker name. Or it just defaults to your first 2 letters of the first letters of your team name. What's going on over here? What do we got going on over here? What is this deep flank that we got set up onto Sonya, who's at 50% HP? Doesn't look like anything's going to be achieved off of that one. Diablo check in with a Fire Stomp, sees the Greymane. Muradin Dwarf tosses through the boss pit. I don't think he's been seen as he didn't step out of that bush. And lands a bit of damage onto Tez. Level 4 is faster for the right side. Minion wave getting great damage into the front gate over here. Lazy Hydra just getting the regeneration globe. Keep in mind, regeneration globes do give extra essence because of the tissue regeneration level 1. That's going to be a drag onto the Dahak, or onto the Falstead immediately. Throws back a Q. Went into auto attacks at level 4 for the hammer gains. A little bit more sustainability. Down over here in bottom lane, it still is a 3v3. Ooh! Non-champion with the snipe on that. God dang-all. Absolutely decimates the Vala, only at 5 stacks. And that'll be your second death if I'm not mistaken. So down to 15% on bonus attack speed. Bat over here in top lane up against the Lazy Hydra. A couple autos coming through. No drag connection. No level 7 either, so no feeding frenzy. I don't think the drag would have confirmed a kill, but still, would have locked Sonya in place for a moment and got some extra damage onto her. Alright, so Chromie, she does have chronic conditions, or time trouble, sorry. So there'll be the armor debuff into enemies, armor buff to allies. Diablo goes in with the shadow charge, can't land anything, but that's Muradin with the dwarf toss off of the point. Doesn't go for the channel, looks for the CC for Greymane and does find that. Beautifully done from Boogans Forever as Falstead flies to top lane, gonna try and find a 2v1 up against the Dahaka, who lands the dragon to Sonya, gets the essence popped in activation, stays on the point for some more Zerg channeling, and it looks like Lazy Hydra will get some assistance from the allies. No level 7 still, so no feeding frenzy. Been looking for a new client 2 months now. I really hope something lands for you, bud, I really do. I might apply to the university up here, or the college, whatever you want to call it. to try and get some extra money, because, I don't know. I gotta see how September works out for us, but June and July and a bit of August was really not that good for streaming. But it is what it is. I mean, summertime is usually a bit of a lull for most streamers because people are off doing summer things, and now that universities started back up, people are kind of hunkering down for the winter. Usually viewership and stuff goes up, so we'll see. We shall monitor and adjust as we always do. That's going to be a great dive onto Diablo here, and he does go down. Beautiful brush talk in from Dahaka as Lazy Hydra taps the bush for the movement speed. I thought they were going to be heading back over towards top lane, but not going to be the case. Going to heavily look for the siege through bottom lane, take down the keep front gate. Can they get the keep here? Vala autos are still raiding in. Big damage from Chromie as Greymane capitalizes on the slight amount of CC that did hit that Vala. Locked in place for just a moment too long, and good poke damage from non-champion on that Chromie. Greymane gets the kill. Zerg wave will be cleared away, and camps to be grabbed by Boogans forever as they have a 1 1/4 level lead against the enemy. Maybe even more.
We are clear of the Zerg.
Market is crazy bad as interviewing for a few months. I feel like the market in every job atmosphere right now is pretty bad. Well, I guess every market, like everything in like tech is really bad right now. You just keep seeing layoffs and yeah. We can fire 6,000 people. We'll just go ahead and replace them with AI because that's totally a smart move. It's like all those people back in like 1999 where they were like, machines are gonna take our jobs. Now it's actually happening because like it was like I remember it was like right around Y2K. It was like so many people were like, the machines are gonna take our jobs. We gotta be careful. I had one growing up. I had one like my friend's dad would always talk about that. My dad, who worked in tech and stuff, was like, nah, it's not gonna happen right now. The key word my dad always said was right now. Dahaka's going to grow another arm. They hit level 10. This is going to be flailing swipes for Stukov. We've got the Cursed Bullet, Slowing Sands, Isolation, as well as the Avatar.
You got paid? Day turkey are gerbs.
Thank you, Blaz, for the tier 1 for 33 months. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you for that. Welcome back to the Bahamuts, my friend. Tech is bad. It's a bit better for my level, fortunately. But it's yeah, like if you're at the like I wouldn't say if you're at like the top, but if you have a lot of experience and knowledge and you can do all the different types of programming languages and stuff, yeah, you're in a pretty good spot. But entry-level stuff or trying to get into a new tech job right now is really difficult. Replacing people with glorified and flawed, if then else, is such a great idea. Yeah. We'll see. The next, like, the rest of this year is going to be very interesting for the world as a whole. United States, we've got the elections, which who knows what's going to happen with that. Tez almost goes down. The Chromie almost gets the damage, but that's going to be the Soul Shield denying that kill. Nicely done from Diablo. Good Soul Shield activation. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting rest of the 2024. We'll see how it all works out. Hopefully next year's better for everybody. It's been a bad year for me. Halstead may be caught out in bottom, forced to use the Gust. Yeah, goodbye. Curse Bullet thrown out. Imagine having only 2 stacks on Wizened Duelist. I know, right? And 0 deaths. Yikes. Just yikes. Oof. You have to fake experience to even get people to talk to you? Oh, dude, construction's the same way, Ninja. Like, when I was trying to get into architecture, it was very much like that. The only reason I got a job in architecture is no joke. I happened to be talking about going around and applying for architecture jobs, and my friend's dad owned an architecture company and was like, we need someone to come in and work like 20 hours a week, and we want to get a student because we can pay them less. I mean, because we want to mold them into a good professional. I literally got my first job in architecture through like a friend that helped me out. I got really lucky. Like, I still know friends that graduate with an architecture degree and they've never worked in architecture ever. And they were way better than me, and I'll be honest. It's difficult out there. Hell, I know there's certain people that they can't get a job because they are literally a woman. But that is the truth of the industry. It's sad, but true. Sonya goes down, which is also another sad thing. We also will be seeing Diablo picked off as well. This Zerg wave is pushing in towards the core, and it looks like this is going to be map number 1 over to the side of Boogans Forever. I just don't see a way that the blue squad can really defend this siege with only Avala Falstad. A 10-minute and 6 game here in the Nexus division. This isn't Towers of Doom. Did I say Towers of Doom by accident? Absolute trash tier. Hey, he ended with 6. If these Boogan games keep up at this pace, it'll only be Baha talking about random stuff while the game ends in front of him again. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Welcome back, everybody, into the Nexus Gaming Series. I appreciate you sticking around after we had a little bit of a internet hiccup there, but we bounced back. We got everything ready to go. We're still at our 10K kilobits per second, so it looks like everything is all solved and good. Left-hand side, we have the members of the Paragraph team name, Easy Blues and the Swarm, versus the Boogans Forever. Boogans Forever up in this best-of-3 series here in the Nexus division of NGS. And on the left-hand side, we have that Mephisto, Medivh, Malthael, Johanna, and Rhaegar. On the right-hand side, the leading team of Boogans Forever, A. Hanzo, Diablo, Hogger, Chromie, and Deckard Cain. This isn't Juice Pirates, you feel robbed. Or do Boogans even like fun? Apparently not. Maybe it's against the NGS rules. Lazy Hydra Promise Diva, I feel robbed. Hogger is just Diva with less makeup. I don't know, I got nothing on that one. He's just as cute as Diva. He doesn't have the skin suit. That's the difference. Hogger needs the skin suit. Then it would be perfect. It's the only thing missing. You can unfortunately spell Boogans Forever without using fun enjoyers. All right, let's focus in on the game. I was a little distracted last game. Let's get back into this. Hogger gets a nice little bounce out to safety there. Picks up a potion from the old man left in mid lane. Thundercats and crew will grab this camp in the bottom. Excuse me. As Deckard smacks his way through this, Diablo anchoring for the team. Shadow charges the Johanna away from the camp. We also do have Chromie once again. Same build as the last map. She's got Time Walk's Pursuit level 1, Time Troubles level 2, level 4 for her. We'll be having left and right camps traded here. For those of you who don't know, the Time Troubles is a minus 15 armor to enemies, plus 30 armor to allies, and of course, if we don't specify, that means physical and spell. Portal Mastery for Medivh because it's a balanced and good talent that should totally exist in this game. Oh, nothing really major to note. Simple geometry for our Hanzo. We got some double soak rotations happening. Arcane Punish will be the first one at the top of the map in about a minute. Something cool is happening in the off lane. Nothing's happening in the off lane. A little Q hit. Oh, the scatter does not interrupt the bird form for Canny there. Right side, Hogger's gonna start working on this Fallen Shaman. We do have the Malthael on the left-hand side. Of course, he's not gonna be seen. Doesn't see that Hogger's on that, but decides to go back into top lane since Deckard Cain was still soaking the lane and didn't want to lose out against that. Granted, Deckard Cain's wave clear is lackluster. As you can see right there, just burning a couple abilities to try and clear out the wave a little bit faster, but also doing it safely away from the mouthfeel. Also, a few enemies are not showing on the map. The assumption is that they're on this bruiser camp as well. This camp on the right will be delayed out. Looks like Diablo will be the one to grab this, so that way Hogger can go clear top lane, so it's not just Decker Kane burning a bunch of resources to try and clear out a minion wave from a safe distance. But Thundercats will start setting up some potions around the first objective phase. Malthael will show in bottom lane for a moment there. Actually, he might have not shown. Either way, Hanzo and Chromie in mid. And our first objective is up and available. We're going to pull away our talents here. Malthael did go for the stacking quest at level 4. We'll double check on that one in a moment. We don't see it very often here. Mephisto jumping out. Overpower from Diablo, but he doesn't get that perfect frame reset sort of thing. Kala looking for that one, I do believe. Sonic Arrow from Hanzo, moving up from mid lane, actually decides to go back down to mid. Explosive Arrow was level 4 pickup for our Hanzo, so it does give him some great wave clear. I did see the Sapphire apply to that last Roger Cube, as well as there was an attempt to lock some enemies in place with the Scroll of Sealing. None to be found. Hogger with a nice rectangular bounce around this lower section of the objective area. We'll see if he can sustain this, if he lined everything up perfectly. Bad on the left-hand side is getting a little bit low, and so is Johanna. Lazy Hydras to cancel that bounce because it wasn't going to go off the edge of this low left stone, if you will. Skeletal Defender's good for the side of Easy Swarm. Easy Blues in the Swarm, excuse me. Huge Haradra Cube's root right there. Chromie going to try and play off of that. Canny almost goes down. 23 stacks on the Medivh currently for his baseline Arcane Flare as Hogger sets up the U-shape bounce, but that does not go infinitely as he kind of bounces to the side. But either way, I mean, it's still working out for the side of Boogans Forever as they have the portal forward for Easy, trying to make some sort of fight happen here. Hogger gets an insanely good bounce into the enemy team. King Andrew trying to back away. Tez getting low. The Iron Skin activated. Malthael jumps in, trying to soul rip some HP. Gets the protection, the Force of Will from Medivh. Kala getting low here. The Fire Stomp is going to heal up a little bit. The souls are full, but can the Diablo get out? He's got his soul shield activated. The Punisher does get picked up by Lazy Hydra, I do believe. Does he have a spin to get out of here? Not looking like it's going to work out for him. Actually, no, it is going to work out because the allies are going to roll through. The Hogger Hog Wild is going to confirm the kill onto that Rhaegar. The body blocking as well as the loot horde from Hogger. Able to set up the double kill here for Boogans Forever. Can't go to Home Depot without at least spending $100. Man, that's a lot of hot dogs. Forget what? Man, did you really get $100 worth of hot dogs from Home Depot? I mean, I know they're good, but what'd you end up getting, dude? I love going to Home Depot and just walking all the aisles, or Lowe's, whichever, you know.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Go into the tool section, look at all the cool new tools that I won't buy. Even though your Home Depot doesn't have hot dogs, that's a sin, dude. That's an absolute sin. Those Home Depot hot dogs are cheap and amazing. The smell of what? Dude, no. The smell of Home Depot and Lowe's is like, oh. It smells so good in that store, those stores. What you needed was a 14mm ratchet wrench, okay? So how did you end up spending $100 at Home Depot? That's like maybe a $20 wrench if you're getting something fancy, you know? Wrenches are tasty. I mean, they're high in iron. Mephisto jumping out here with the shade forward, trying to make something happen, but right now the bottom lane fort front gate is going to be taken down. Impaler camp being pushed up. Next objective, by the way, will be in bottom lane as well. Sorry, drink too much tea too quickly. Lightning Breath Diablo, Dragon Strike Hanzo, as well as Slowing Sands, Shockwave, and the Stay While Listen. But for $15 more, I could get a whole millimeter set, and 20 more, I can get the SAE set as well. So it went to $70. I mean, you have to get the full set. You don't want your poor wrench to be lonely. That's true. All right, my bad. Sorry about that. We're talking about wrenches. I got all excited about tools. Malthael does go down on the left-hand side over here as this camp was being worked on him. The Durance of Hate from Mephisto is applied to this Lazy Hydra, but the heals from Decker Kane are looking pretty good. The Hog Wild to the left-hand side canceled early. The Shockwave coming through not interrupts, but it's going to get the CC onto that Rhaegar as the Stay One Listen was there as well. Medivh is done with his stackage, but Johanna goes down. It's in total a triple kill as Malthael has respawned. Blue goes down, making it the quadra kill in total. It's 0-6 currently in kills as our Arcane Punisher, Frozen Punisher in the bottom lane will be announced momentarily. Then a 4-pronged rake to spread mulch around. Oh, nice. And to stand on for comedic value. Yeah. Oh, I have one of those. When we were kids, we saw that in cartoons all the time. And so we tried to recreate it to be like, I wonder how bad this hurts. It does hurt, chat. Stepping on a rake and getting hit in the face with the pole, it hurts. Just heads up on that one. In case you've ever been wondering. So we have our next Punisher in the bottom lane. Arcane Punisher will be here. Sorry, Frozen Punisher. I keep saying Arcane. Mephisto tries to get a few skeletal defenders. We got a staggering blow in the low lane from Lazy Hydra, just trying to back away from that. As Kalower looks to maybe CC onto Canny the Medivh, but it's not going to happen. Hanzo Explosive Arrow stealing a few sappers away here. Skeletal defenders. As I mentioned, the Medivh is done with his baseline questing, so if he dies, he won't lose any stackage. Malthael, though, is going to get pulled out of position. The Ancient Blessings from Decker Kane activated as well, and Malthael does go down. No Tormented Souls value coming out from him. Mephisto tries to get the trade into this Hanzo. It's not going to work out. Johanna on the left-hand side was very low. The Durance of Hate at max range is going to find the old man, and Decker Kane's like, cool, I'm just going to back away and go eat some Werther's Originals. Diablo's in position to catch this Mephisto as he returns to the origin location. Has that overpower, but no extra shadow charge. Full Fire Stomp build. Chromie with the timeout. The root from Decker Kane does find King Andrew. Tries to get into the portal. Manages to do so. There's a Diablo right there. The scatters from Hanzo coming out. Diablo goes in onto Canny. No mana available, but Diablo doesn't want to dive in too deep for this. Stay a while and listen. Finds this Mephisto, sorry. Decker Kane, the real assassin. $40 overkill from a Herodric Cube.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
The only thing that can stop Boogans cyberbullying is a new Corsair TM headset. Yes, you can get yourself an amazing Corsair headset by typing the command !Corsair in chat, and then head over to their amazing section of different headphones. They have prices and headphones for everybody, except for earbuds, which I am still harassing Corsair consistently about. Make some cheap earbuds, please. It's all I need. Some simple, easy earbuds. Left-hand side of our screen, currently the Punisher being cleared away, but the bottom lane keep is exposed. We will see Impaler can't grab for bottom lane, and it's currently 8-0 in kills with a 4-level difference. A little less than that if we're really taking stock of things, but still, let's round and say it's a 3-level difference between these teams. Yikes. That is a rough go for the Swarm over here on the left-hand side. Yeah, technically it was a 2-talent tier advantage in that moment right there. Leyline Seal, avoided by Hanzo. Portal set up. And Medivh is able to bird up and get away. Leyline Seal found the Chromie on the right-hand side as well, but still. It is technically a 4-level lead. We're about to hit 17-13. Border Punisher mid lane is going to be your next objective phasing. I believe the announcement for that should be, I want to say like a minute or away. Maybe less than that, maybe 30 seconds. Overpower from Diablo, the slowing sands from the Chromie. That's a good scatter, but it's denied by the force of will of Medivh. Slowing Sand still finding great value. King Andrew is gonna be able to get the Ancestral as that Force of Will comes through, but King Andrew gets scattered to death by Hanzo. Wrong level 16, but you know what? We're not gonna judge you for it. I'm just kidding. It's scatter build. Of course you want piercing level 16. On a map like this, absolutely. Time stop from the Chromie. Has the origin location of this Mephisto. Gets a 1 deep breathing hit onto him. Or Dragon's Breath, excuse me. Oh no, staggering blow, the stay one. Listen, oh no, Canny as well is going to be taken down here. Triple kill over to the side of Boogans Forever, who are going to run it down in top lane with this minion wave, catapults, and fallen shaman camp. 12-0 in kills. Is this a game-winning push? Malthael Rhaegar for the defense. Malthael clearing bottom lane, trying to just pull in a little bit more experience, but he needed to Hearth about a few seconds ago. And he's unfortunately, yeah, he has to mount up, actually. And by the time he gets here, the core shielding's already dropped. Core is actually at 50% by the time Malthael arrives. It's just King Andrew trying to clear things out. A Dragon Strike from Hanzo. Mephisto doesn't even move after the respawn. And that's GG. Well played for the side of Boogans Forever. Take the series in a 2-0. In a dominant 2-0. As that right there is another
Flawless victory!
Seems scripted. Yep, it's scripted even with me being distracted talking about tools. We only have mom and pop hardware stores up here, which are nice, but like, we were actually talking about this last night. One store is really, really good if you want to get lumber. And there's one store that's really, really good if you want like an actual like hardware store. That's the I'm doing air quotes, the perks of living in a small town is you don't have any major box stores. It's kind of nice, but also not at the same time. Like, I'd love to be able to just, like, go to a Home Depot or a Lowe's and get stuff. But also at the same time, I'm happy that we have small mom and pop stores. It's like $1 more for just about everything. Like, you know, it's a slight markup, but still, you support the local community. It's nice. There's no way to talk about Stark. I would never call him that. Stark is a good, wonderful human being that I love very much.